All right. Welcome to the W2W halftime report. I am the Knight. I know Pirate had to travel to watch the game, so we're hoping that he has the ability to jump on here for the halftime report. But got to go live, got to do this. So hopefully he could join us here momentarily. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. The good news is the bad news. So it's penalty driven. We're getting in our own way. Why is that good news? Is because I see signs of us being able to come out in the second half if we play penalty free football and take over this football game. The question is got to become at this point, can they calm down? Could they stop committing these stupid penalties? Clock management, personal fouls, killing us. 86 yards and penalties in the first half. Really killing our offense. Two other good things that I saw that I was been waiting to see was they hit Rivera down the seam. I've been saying for a while now they need to attack the seam on offense, especially to the tight end. Rivera got one for 27 yards. And then they also hit Alawale out on a wheel route down the sideline for a big, I think it was like 80-something yards, 70-something yards down to the one. And then, of course, the penalty bug struck right away, and we end up going backwards. Michael Crabtree having a few big penalties and taking us out of drives, taking us out of the red, or not out of the red zone, but putting us in a bad situation. So once again, it's the penalties, and that's the good is that if we come back and kind of settle down and stop getting so many darn penalties, we could be in this football game. We're still in this football game. We're only down by 7 points. The defense, continuing to play bend and don't break. I mean, I think they're doing a good job coming off the game against Jacksonville last week. I think they're holding their own. I think they're maintaining. They definitely could play better football. They're not playing. I think the defense I'm okay with. Offensively, you saw the ability to make plays. They're getting in their own way. They're truly getting in their own way. That last drive before we gave it back to Tampa before the half, I didn't like the call. I know there was only 6 in the box. Once again, if I had to say anything, that was the most predictable play of the game. I would have put it in the air at that point. That's our strength. I don't care how well we were running the football at that point. They're kind of expecting it. That's just an opinion. But other than that, I mean, seriously, it's the penalties. There's nothing really else to say in this game but the penalties. These guys got to do a better job executing, man. Holding calls, tight end not making it clear that he's eligible. Just one thing right after the other, pushing off a defender. I know he was holding on to Crabtree's foot, but did Crabtree need to stop the ball in his face? There's a lot of different things that I think could have went differently, and they didn't. All right, Pirates able to join us. Pirate, I kind of gave my thoughts talking about the penalties and us getting our own way. What are some of your thoughts that you saw?
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, tough game to watch. The penalties are just killing it. We get that big play, get down to the goal line, and then, ridiculous penalties. Then we got to kick the ball. That should have been 7 points. God, it just looks like, it looks like the opposite of last week. It looks like we're Jacksonville and Tampa Bay is the Raiders. They just look more disciplined. Their game plan, coming out, move the ball down the field. We're just playing really passively. If they don't get it together in the second half, I don't know, man. I don't know. It should be 7-10 right now. But it feels like we're lucky to even have the 3 at this point.
Yeah, it should even be 6. I mean, that's what I said before you jumped on. Is the good news is the same as the bad news is, right? I mean, it's all penalties. This is a penalty-related game. I think the offense had done some good things, but they're just getting in their own way. They're stopping themselves on these drives, and then the defense is picking up where it did, I believe, in Jacksonville, where I think they're playing fast, they're playing strong, and they're giving up some big plays. But that's what this defense does. I think everything's going well except for us shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah. And again, I think that the game plan is a little bit vanilla for us. Offensively, again, I think we're just trying to dink and dunk it. And, they have to be more aggressive. I mean, the good news, like you said, well, not like you said, but my point, the good news is we're behind, which means that we're probably going to get a lot better offense here coming into into the second half. When we're behind, Musgrave has a tendency to start to call a game, and I think Derek Carr takes more chances. Derek Carr's looking skittish. I don't know what the deal is with him today, but he's not looking good. Throwing the ball over the middle of the field again could create interceptions. His throws seem to be off a little bit. And Austin Howard, that guy just, oh my God, they just got to get rid of that guy. He was the reason for that fumble. Just let a guy blow right past him. So, like I said, hopefully we get it together and we decide to start moving this ball down the field. Forget the left, right, throw the tiny 2-yard dump pass. Forget all that. Let's take some shots down the field. Let's go after these guys as smaller cornerbacks. It's not rocket science. We should be attacking these guys. And right now we're just kind of dancing with them, kind of a little bit to the left and then a little bit to the right. And, the left, right, 2-step, and we got to start. I forget what they call that one when you like run down the field when you're dancing or whatever, but we got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like not the waltz, but you got to change this game plan.
Yeah, well, I was talking about two plays that I preferably liked. They hit Rivera down the seam, something we've been asking for, which was great for 27 yards. And they also hit Olawale on a wheel route down the sideline. This is what we need to utilize the middle of the field and our running backs for. Wheel routes down the sideline or the middle of the field and our tight ends up the seam. You see that it's there. So hopefully they could capitalize on that moving forward into this game. We get the ball first. We have a chance to tie it, and I think it's very important that we do to set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, like you said, that's something that has been missing from this offense. And I think, like we said, it worked. There's a guy running wide open. Another thing that I really liked, the running backs are being explosive. Richard had the nice run. You got Washington having a nice run. So hopefully we can get that going, as well. But we'll see. We're going to see here if we come out, like I said, if we come out and we have the same offensive game plan that we had in the first half, that's going to, we're going to come out of this with a loss. If we come out and just decide to be aggressive and, like you said, take advantage of the mismatches, get our tight ends out there. They did it with the fullback. They did it with Olawale already. Utilize the running backs like we talked about, start getting those guys up the field. We should be able to pull this out. But right now, I'm telling you, Tampa Bay looks like the better football team. And I haven't said that really all year, except in the Kansas City game. We just don't look like the better football team this half. So they got to turn it on. If they can turn it on, we beat this team. If they can't turn it on and we keep playing with this team, we're in trouble.
And I think the opportunity is there. Like I said, we get the ball right now. We just need to drive down. We need to score. We need to get some points on the board, and we have to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We're in our own way right now. I don't think Tampa's done anything except for cause that fumble that set themselves up for their touchdown. Other than that, which was an Austin Howard, like you said, blown assignment on the outside, letting the guy get behind him. There's opportunity here. So hopefully we can come back, eliminate the penalties, and get this offense singing. I think the offense has shown that it has the power. It just needs to stop shooting itself in the foot, period. The game's getting ready to come back on. Partner, your final thoughts?
Yeah, this defense, the cornerbacks, they're going to have to play a little bit bigger at this point. And the offense, we got to start moving the ball horizontally, not vertically. Vertically, not horizontally. If we can do that, man, we come out with a win. That's all I got.
All right. So continue to play good defense, guys. Bend, don't break. I think Mack has come alive this game. Hopefully he can continue that in the second half. Bruce Irvin getting in the backfield. There's a lot of good things that are happening right now. We just need to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. So we will talk to you within a half hour after this game's in. We'll fire up the phone lines and get your thoughts. Hopefully it's a Raiders victory. But until then, for the Pirate, I'm the Knight. Enjoy the second half, and we'll see you soon. All right. Talk to you guys after the game.